With the FA Youth Cup, me and Alan don't need to drum it up or anything. The boys, individually and as a group, they do it themselves. They know it's really important. It's important to them. They want to do really well, and to have the next rounds, the semi-finals, is massive. But we've got a really big game tomorrow. We've done our homework on Birmingham, and they're a really good team. They can pass through the thirds, and they've also got pace and power up front. So they've got a real good mix, and we need to make sure that we can't do what we've done in the last 3 rounds, where we've waited for 45 minutes and then decided to turn up. We can't do that. We need to make sure we're at it from minute 1.
So that's something you guys have focused on, rather than try to not sort of make it too much of an issue?
Yeah, no, the boys. Yeah, I think the boys are aware of it anyway. Because after the Newcastle game, it was quite a strange dressing room, because obviously the boys were buzzing, but they were a bit right. We've sort of done it again here. We've took 45 minutes to get going, so it was mixed. It was mixed feelings, really. It was great that we were through, but it was a bit disappointing that we haven't performed like this group can. And I've seen on numerous occasions this year this group perform, and when they do perform, it is like wow. So I'm hoping that we do that Tuesday, because it would be great.
And obviously you know it's going to be Fulham or Chelsea in the semi-finals if you can get through. Do you use that as motivation for the boys, or do you try to get them to not worry about that at this point?
No. I mean, there's no point really talking about that, because we've got to get past Birmingham first, and like I say, it's going to be very difficult to do so. We need to make sure we perform. So it's all about tomorrow night, and it's all about our performance levels. And if we perform the way we can perform, then I'm sure we'll get a positive result.
Otherwise, in terms of team news, any sort of other worries that have cropped up?
Yeah, we've got a couple of bits and pieces. Jaden and Louis Lomas are out. We're waiting on a couple of other boys who've just got knocks and bumps and bruises like you do. But I think apart from Jaden and Louis Lomas, then we're virtually thereabouts.
Is it got to the point where you're sort of getting lots of messages, lots of people getting in touch wishing you well, sort of, the higher ups in the club and stuff talking to you about it quite a lot?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, obviously the first team are in and around, and Stuart and all the senior staff are in and around, and I think it's great on occasions like this, because we're all so close, and you see the senior staff regularly. They've been great. They know how important it is to the group, and it'd be great for the club as well if we could progress into the next round.
You always have sort of Delia and Michael and a lot of people watching from the director's box. Does that add that little bit of motivation for the players as well, knowing that they can impress Daniel or Stuart or whoever?
Yeah, I think the gaffers. The gaffer's always around with the games. Stuart's always around. Stuart was here on Saturday watching the group Saturday with Steve. So they've got their finger on the pulse. They know everything what's happening. It's great for the boys, because they know they can see that there's actually a pathway into the first team. Because if there wasn't, then I'm not quite sure Stuart would be here on a Saturday morning watching the boys. So it is great for them to see that the senior staff really care about the academy, and it's great that Delia really cares, and you can see it as well. When I've spoke to Delia, you can see there's real passion. She loves the academy, and I think for the fans as well, if we get the likes of we've got Jammer in the first team and Todd. All fans love the homegrown players coming through. I think it's great. It sends a real buzz around the place. So the more we can do that, I think the better.